Don't you love it when the new ranking system puts you down 500 places because you haven't played in a few days? Hey everyone, James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Today we have the Colossal team for one more time. We got Tyranitar, Colossal, Rotamo, Braviary, Duraludon, and Gastrodon. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, highly recommend go checking it out. But yeah, we're gonna get started and play some games with this team. Quick question though for today's comments, be sure to answer in the comment section down below, is what was your favorite area to explore in Pokemon Sword and Shield? Mine was probably it's the forest by your house. I don't remember what it's called, even though it's a really important part to the story. I just can't remember what it's called. But I really did enjoy actually exploring that area. I think Wild area was also pretty cool, although could have been better. And then obviously I just love the stadiums. The backgrounds are really nice in general. But yeah, let's get started and play some games. So I was like 566 I think rated, and then I just went down to 1,000 because I haven't played. The episode you saw previously was actually recorded a few days ago because I'm currently in finals week, so that was pre-recorded, and yeah, I haven't touched the game since. So yeah, we'll see if we can climb back to the top 1000s because we're just outside that range right now. We got a first opponent, 1839 I think, I don't remember. Interesting team though. You got an Excadrill, you got a what is that thing called, because I know I used it in the game. I just can't remember what it's called. We got Mr. Rhyme, Galarian Weezing, you got Gyarados, Dracovish, and the Fire Pede, the Firebug. What do I want to use? It's a really interesting team. I don't know what its concept is. Rotomo's pretty good. So is Colossal. The problem is Galarian Weezing will prevent my Steam engine from working, so Galarian Weezing could actually be a big threat, as we kind of lack the ability to basically deal with it effectively because of the fact that neutralizing gas will prevent my Steam engine from working, will prevent Defiant from working, although it will prevent Intimidate as well. Will prevent Levitate from the Rotom, so, and also the Storm Drain on Gastrodon. So yeah, there's quite a few things. I'm actually thinking of not even going to Colossal mode just because of the lack of reliably setting it up, I think. So I think I'm going to go Braviary Rotom. I think it's a good lead with Gastrodon, and I want to say Tyranitar in the back. I think endgame Tyranitar can do really well, especially if I can get rid of the Excadrill early, because my opponent doesn't really have the best rock resist. So yeah, I like that. Looks like we're going to lean towards more of a offensive sweep. I want to bring Braviary just in case, because I think Braviary is still really good against my opponent's team. And like if we bring out the Weezing, at least my opponent's Dracovish won't have the Strong Jaw boosting its Fisher's Rend. So that is a very important factor here. We're going to see the Excadrill plus Weezing come out. Okay, so wonder what the Excadrill is going to reveal. Mold Breaker? I think abilities still go off first, right? Neutralizing Gas goes off. Does it go before? I don't know if it goes before. Oh well. So there are a few things I could do. I could Dynamax right away, which doesn't sound like a bad play. I could Willows the Excadrill. I am kind of worried about the Max Rockfall coming out, so potentially it might be better just to go for a Thunderbolt into the Weezing slot, double it up so abilities can be used. I kind of like that idea because I don't want to take a Sludge Bomb either. Rotom is kind of useful in this game. So yeah, I think I will actually just Dynamax right away and just go for attacks right here. There's also a chance Excadrill could be worried about getting burned, especially if I protect with Braviary, but we'll see what my opponent decides to do. I think my opponent has a lot of options. We're actually going to see the Excadrill retreat here into the Mr. Mime. Wait, so it's not Mr. Rhyme? Oh yeah, it evolves into Mr. Rhyme. So it's still Mr. Mime. A Galarian Mr. Mime. Let's see if we can knock out the Weezing, or if it just protects. I think protect would be fine. I don't know if this is going to knock out the Weezing. Weezing has good physical defense, but not really good special defense, so this could come down really close here. But I do want to get rid of this Weezing so I can use my abilities, so I can have Storm Drain active, my Levitate available to me. I think my abilities are really important. As yeah, we should knock out the Weezing as long as it's not Assault Vest, because geez, that did a lot of damage. Our speed rises with both. Thunderbolt should be able to knock out the Weezing. Oh, it's actually a berry, so that changes it. Ah. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So Citrus Berry being revealed on the Weezing. Thunderbolt. That actually didn't do as much to the Weezing as I hoped. Willis gonna come out. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. That's really annoying, actually. What's Mr. Mime's type? It's Ice Psychic. Okay, so it's not Ice Fairy. I could double up the Weezing slot. Doesn't sound like a bad play. I kind of just want to go for a Protective Rotom. And I do kind of just want to go for a Max Knuckle and get some attack boost off. Or should I just Max Airstream the Weezing again? Because I don't need the boost right away. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Max Airstream and the Weezing. I just don't want to take a Fake Out and a Sludge Bomb with Rotom. Because I don't think I'll knock out the Weezing here. I might as well get my speed boost right away. Because like the speed on Rotom is actually really good against my opponents. So I do got to be worried about the Mr. Mime though actually. And it's actually kind of funny to say this. But Mr. Mime's actually kind of a threat. Its ice coverage is actually really good against me. Especially... I don't remember if it gets Freeze Dry. I think it does get Freeze Dry. A lot of Pokemon I think got Freeze Dry this generation. So if it does get access to Freeze Dry, that is going to be a problem for my Gastrodon. So if it does have access to it. We're going to see the Weezing Protect, which is fine. Because I think this Airstream should at least put it into range of Thunderbolt once again. And then I could target down to Mr. Mime the following turn. That's kind of close. I just can't say for certain if Thunderbolt would knock it out at this range. I don't want to risk it. It is Freeze Dry. Okay, so it does have access to it. Okay, that's good to know. So that means my opponent might not want to Dynamax to keep Freeze Dry around for Gastrodon later. I'm going to double up the Weezing slot. It's safe. Even if Excadrill comes out, I think it's a fine play. Because, again, getting rid of this Weezing is actually pretty big for me. Because it allows me to get my abilities activated, specifically the Storm Drain on the Gastrodon and the Sandstream back on Tyranitar, because having the Sand could be really useful just for my Tyranitar to tank the attacks better for my opponent with the special defense boost, as well as Storm Drain being around for the water types, which is actually really huge here. So we'll go for a double up in the Weezing. Let's see how much this will do. It actually does knock out the Weezing, which is nice. Okay. And Mr. Mime, I'm guessing it's carrying a Violite, so we're not going to do too much, but at least we'll get some chip to put in range Rock Slide from Tyranitar, which is a good thing. So Thunderbolt will come out into the Mr. Mime. Oh, that did a lot, actually. Freeze Dry going to come out into the Rotom. That's going to do like a lot. Oh, that didn't do much, actually. Citrus Berry going to pop. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. The problem is we used up our Dynamax. We did get rid of a Pokemon, which is nice, in the Weezing, which was actually pretty annoying Pokemon to deal with for my team. The only one that really handled it well was the Gastrodon. But, yeah, the Tyranitar, it was kind of getting walled as well as my Rotom. But at least I'm allowed to use my abilities now, so that's actually really clutch. We'll see what comes out here. Could be the Excadrill. Once again, it is going to be that Excadrill. And it is Mold Breaker. Okay, so I guess unless the Excadrill is slower than the Weezing, which I don't think it is, I guess Neutralizing Gas just always procs first. So that's good to know. I think I just double up the Mr. Mime slot, because I don't know. After seeing that damage from Thunderbolt, I don't think Mr. Mime's that bulky in general. Unless maybe this one is like max physical defense of Violite or something. But I don't know. I could Whisk the Excadrill. Might be safer. My opponent might expect to protect from Rotom, which is why I kind of want to double up the Mr. Mime. And I think I am going to double up the Mr. Mime here. We'll see what my opponent decides to do. Since it's Mold Breaker Excadrill, I think it's actually less of a threat. Because now my Tyranitar is guaranteed to outspeed the Excadrill, which is nice. So yeah. Also like having the speed boost on my Pokemon, because this will allow me to get an Assurance combo off with Tyranitar, potentially, if one of my Pokemon goes down here. So that would actually be really nice here. So we'll see what my opponent does. Could be a Dynamax. It actually is going to be the Excadrill protecting, probably fearing the Willisp, or maybe like a double with like Close Combat plus Leaf Storm. Vapour going to come out. This should still do a lot, even if we're burned. Yeah, Thunderbolt's going to be close to knocking out. I think it will, but let's see. just barely missing the knockout. It is a freeze dry into the Rotom once again, which is fine. Unless it crits me. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's lovely. Ah. Great. Oh well. I can go Gastrodon here. It's not like the end of the world. That's just annoying. Gain the low roll, I think, into a crit. Oh well. We can make it work. We can Scald the Excadrill. Scald is better, even though Earth Power technically has more power because of the fact we could get that burn, especially my opponent switches out. Nothing really wants to take a burn on my opponent's team. And yeah, Scald is just like, nothing really touches it. Gonna Brave Bird to Mr. Mime because getting rid of Mr. Mime so my Gastrodon can start sweeping. Because really my opponent's best answer to Gastrodon is Power Up on the Gyarados if my opponent has it. Power Up on the Fire Bug thing if that is the case. Or again, Freeze Dry with Mr. Mime. So yeah, and we do have the Rindo Bear, so once we get rid of the Mr. Mime, we're in pretty good shape here. Also, like, my opponent doesn't really want to switch out Mr. Mime because nothing really wants to take a Brave Bird on my opponent's side, especially if the Gyarados is Intimidate. We are going to see a Protect from Mr. Mime, which is a fair play, but no Dynamax stuff from my opponent, which is interesting. So, wonder what the Excadrill is going to go for. Rock Slide, maybe? It is going to be Rock Slide, so don't think that'll knock out Braviary. Nope, not even close, actually. Hopefully, Gastrodon can pull through. Nope. This is where the battle's starting to go downhill, but I think we're fine. We get to go for Brave Bird. Wonder if this would proc my Berry with the Recall. I kind of doubt it. But yeah. Man, that's kind of annoying. That is kind of annoying. Because 2 Scalds would have allowed me to finish off the Excadrill. And not have to worry about my Tyranitar beat threatened later in the game. Especially since my opponent still has a Dynamax on deck. Like, it's going to be real frustrating now, I think, to win this game. At least we'll knock out the Mr. Mime here, but like, I lost 2 turns of momentum thanks to the crit as well as the flinch. So, let's see here. Rock Slide. It's both. Let's see if Gastrodon can pull through now. I think now I have to rely on... I cannot catch a break today, apparently. Alright, well, I'll go Tyranitar. Gyarados is going to be revealed here. I think the only way I can now come back from this is Rock Slide flinching. Which sucks, because I don't want to obviously go for that win con. And I don't even think that win con might help. Yeah, Intimidate from the Gyarados. We'll go for Scald. Try Earth Power instead. I think you would Dynamax the Gyarados if anything. Yeah. I need a flinch. Should I Thunder Punch? No, I need a flinch on whatever doesn't Dynamax here. Yeah. I don't know who's Dynamaxing though. I think it'd be the Gyarados if anything, but I think going for the Dynamax with Excadrill is also fair. Yeah, it is a Gyarados though. So I need to flinch specifically the Excadrill this turn for a chance, I think. Because if I get that chance, I think I'm in an okay spot. Let's see if Excadrill protects first. Doesn't, Rock Slide comes out. Okay. Get some chip. It's gonna be what from the Gyarados? Probably Hydro. The grass. It's Policy. High horsepower. I don't even flinch, so at least Tyranitar lives, but I'm not living to max overgrow. Yep. Even with my Rindo Berry, this is going to be downhill. Alright. That's gonna be game. Was there anything playing wise I could do? Not really, right? Because like I got a lot of the plays right, or like I didn't go for anything unnecessary. Like I felt like it was pretty straight through. It was just there were 2 factors: crit and double flinch. Which sucked for me because like if I got the attacks off, I think I would have been able to win because I would have had more time to deal with the surrounding Pokemon. Like Gyarados would have been forced out earlier. I would have got damage on Excadrill. I would have had my Rotom alive, which would have been really nice against my opponent. sometimes you just can't catch a lucky break, but that is the game we decide to play sometimes. Unfortunate. But, well, at least they're giving me a complimentary item. But, we'll continue on. Again, just a bit of luck in that game. I don't think there was much I could do here. Dropping 800 placements from one battle. 800 people. But yeah. I'm trying to think if there were better things I could have done that weren't playing wise, because maybe there was like a Pokemon I could have brought that differently. Here's the thing. I just don't want to bring Colossal, and I don't think Duraludon helped either. So I think my lead was fine. Like, I think my lead was pretty much the only thing I could go for. Well, the 4 at least I brought. Maybe I could have led differently. But what could I have really done? Maybe I could have, like, protected Braviary on the Will-O-Wisp, but I didn't know what the Galarian Weezing ran. So that was a thing. This is an interesting team. You got Indeedee, Lucario, Torkoal, VILEplume, Hatterene, and the Gyarados. So this is a mixed mode team. You got the very obnoxious Torkoal VILEplume combination, and then you got the Indeedee Hatterene combination as well. So there are quite a few factors I'm gonna have to deal with here. I think Torkoal plus Colossal does really well here. I mean Tyranitar plus Colossal, as long as it's not a Scarf Lucario, which they used to run on these teams, but Final Game is not really a factor, so I don't know what the Lucario is gonna run. But I like that combination a lot in this game. Yep. Bring the Gastrodon, and I think the Duraludon in the back. I don't know. I don't think Rotom is that helpful. The Braviary is not super helpful either in this game. Yeah, I like Duraludon. Yeah. Because Duraludon can do a lot of work if I can get rid of the Torkoal, as well as the Lucario my opponent decides to bring. I don't know what mode my opponent might bring. My opponent might decide not to bring the Hard Trickery mode just because of the fact that I have a Duraludon. So my opponent might go like Torkoal, VILEplume, Gyarados, and Lucario, which I could definitely see. Lucario, Gyarados is something I could definitely see here. We're actually going to see the Lucario on Indeedee though, so that's fine. Does I bring out my Colossus? Actually, wait, what is this lead supposed to accomplish? I'm trying to figure out what the lead accomplishes for my opponent. Cause I can't remember. This is a female Indeedee, right? So that means it only gets access to Follow Me. Yeah. So it only gets access to Follow Me. It doesn't get access to Trick Room. So my opponent doesn't have options for Trick Room. Maybe your Scarf Lucario after all? Or do I have a play if it's Scarf? Because all my Pokemon don't exactly appreciate close combat. I'm going to Surf though. And Heat Wave. If it's like Sash Lucario, I'm in a really good position. So I'm going to go for Surf plus Heat Wave. Helping Hand going to come out? I'm guessing this is Scarf. No, it's not. Okay. So we're actually in a really good spot if we hit our Heat Wave, which is nice. And yeah, obviously I didn't go for the Dynamax here because I want to hit Heat Wave in case my opponent decides to click Follow Me. But let us see what we can do here. Heat Wave. Okay, that's the important one. I don't care about the Indeedee as much. I mean, the chip would have been nice against the Indeedee. Not gonna lie, the chip would have been nice. But I'll take getting rid of the Lucario that could actually threaten the knockout immediately that turn. So, not a bad position at all. We're able to get rid of the Lucario, which is pretty good here, as my opponent's forced to bring out something else. Wonder if the Torkoal actually has a ground type move. We're gonna see the Torkoal come out. I don't know if it gets... If it has Earth Power, you go for Earth Power here, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna go hard Gastrodon, I think. Yeah, I like going hard Gastrodon, because even if you Solar Beam the Tyranitar slot, I think I'm fine. And I'm gonna protect my Colossal, I think. Should I Max Guard in case it's Max Quake? I think I live a Max Quake to protect anyway. I just want to figure out what the Torkoal set is, because I have no idea what the Torkoal is gonna cover. Yeah, I think just protecting is alright here. I think it's a safe play. And what I could do next turn is I could Dynamax and then go for Earth Power into the Torkoal slot with Gastrodon. So we'll see what my opponent does. It is going to be a Dynamax, it looks like. So it doesn't look like the Torkoal's Pokeball. That looks like the Indeedee's Torkoal. Indeedee's Pokeball. No, it is the Torkoal. Okay. Alright, so Dynamax Torkoal. Let's see if my opponent went for Helping Hand Max Quake, which it just knocks out. I'm in a bad spot because of that. But I think you're forced to follow me here. Because what if I rock your thing? Yeah. Follow me, gonna come out here, no surprise. And the Max Quake? It is Max Quake, okay. Should have probably Max Guard instead. At least I'm alive, which is good. Alright, so that means the Torkoal probably doesn't have Solar Beam, because if you're running Earth Power, you usually give up Solar Beam, unless you're Specs. Let me see here. What are my opponent's options for the back? Maybe it's VILEplume? Can't really say for certain. The question is, do I want to Dynamax, or do I not want to? Because I don't have to Dynamax. Realistically, I do not have to. I could go for Heat Wave and get some chip. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think I am going to go for the Earth Power into the Torkoal slot. And I think I am just going to go for Heat Wave. Get some chip. Because I like the idea of getting chip more with spread Heat Wave and keeping my Dynamax around. Ooh, we're going to see Helping Hand come out. Okay. Wonder what's coming out then. Heat Wave going to come out. Good chip. And it actually just works out beautifully for me. The fact that my opponent went for Helping Hand instead of Follow Me. Because I'll get Earth Power damage into Torkoal, which is nice. Citrus Berry going to come out. We're going to see the Earth Power come out into the Torkoal slot. Good damage. Oh. Well, that's an interesting one. Alright, Max Overgrow. That knocks out. Okay. So that's going to summon Grassy Terrain. Huh. This became really interesting. Alright, so goodbye, Gastro. I'll heal a bit. And Torkoal's Dynamax is now over. Wait, no it's not. It has one more turn, right? Let me see. It went for Max Quake. No, it has one more turn. Okay. Oh, I kind of want to go Duraludon. Yeah, I like Duraludon. I like it more than Tyranitar because... why do I like Duraludon more than Tyranitar? It was... I guess I save an extra turn of Sand because I don't think my opponent's clicking a Fire-type move here against a quad-resisted Colossal. So yeah, I'm just going to go for a Dragon Pulse here into the Torkoal slot. And again, I'm going to save my Dynamax for later. Yeah, I'm going to get some chip in the Torkoal with Heat Wave again. Heat Wave going to come out. Almost knock out the NDD. Let's see what NDD goes for. Mystical Fire. Oh, I forget that was a thing. Not the best idea. Dragon Pulse. Doesn't knock out Torkoal. Max Quake will go for it. Okay, I still think I'm in a good spot though, because Torkoal's about to go down. So is the yeah, I think I like my spot still. Because even though I'm down 3-2 and I'm a -1 Duraludon, my opponent's NDD is basically gone. The Torkoal is really weakened. There's not really much my opponent has here. Also, this Grassy Terrain is actually super convenient for me. Because this turn, I get to bring out my Tyranitar. Because the Dynamax is over from my opponent's side. And I get to click Rock Slide here. And as long as I don't miss, which... I don't know what we've been saying so far in this video. But as long as I don't miss, I basically can threaten the double KO here. Unless my opponent protects or switches out. If my opponent has VILEplume in the back, you have to go into it probably. Unless you want to have VILEplume without the sun. Which I'll definitely take. So... either way, let me think about my options here. Do I click Flash Cannon or do I click Dragon Pulse? I think I always click Flash Cannon. Yeah, I'm going to click Flash Cannon just to be safe. And Rock Slide. I'll risk Torkoal staying in attacking for some reason. But yeah, we are going to see the Torkoal switch out into the VILEplume, which makes sense. That's completely fine for me. NDD should be sacked here, which is... yep. We miss another... missing that NDD sucks for the fact that... oh, wait, what? Oh, my opponent fought a special Tyranitar, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Got a Flash Cannon here. The VILEplume, get some chip. Okay, we're in a pretty good spot now. Hopefully we're in a good spot here. I'm going to double up the VILEplume slot with max. I should max rock the NDD slot, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should always max rock the NDD slot. Because Torkoal could come in and VILEplume could try to attempt to protect, which I think makes sense. Also, like, getting rid of Torkoal is probably better too if my Tyranitar doesn't fall asleep. Because VILEplume can only sleep powder one Pokemon right here. And Torkoal probably has to hard switch in for my opponent's VILEplume to even outspeed it. But we're actually going to see the VILEplume stay in. I wonder if it's protecting. I feel like you would at least protect here. And I don't want, like, protect Mystical Fire trying to sack the... I don't want protect Mystical Fire to try and weaken my Duraludon again. So I rather just Dynamax here, go for a Rock Fall, get the knockout NDD guaranteed. As it just goes for Follow Me, which is fine. I do not mind that. So we're in a good spot now. We'll get the max Rock Fall off into the NDD, which will be able to pick up the knockout, which is nice. Okay, so NDD goes down. And let's see what the VILEplume went for. Sleep Powder into the Duraludon. Alright. So I could have just stayed in. I could have just Rock Slided. Huh. I was really worried about the hard Torkoal switch. Oh well. Not that bad, I guess. We're still in a pretty good spot, I think. Even with Torkoal getting the Sun Up, I don't think it's like the end of the world so far. Because I'm just going to try to double up the Torkoal slot. My opponent needs multiple Sleep Powders and Sleep Turns right now. Because I'll live like all the attacks that can come out from my opponent. So I'll double up the Torkoal slot. I don't think Torkoal can afford to protect here. I think it has to go on the offense here. And if I get rid of Torkoal, I'm pretty sure I just win the game. Because if I get the Sandstorm up, I'll outspeed the VILEplume. And if I wake up with the Duraludon this turn, knock out Torkoal, my opponent can't touch my Duraludon with the VILEplume. So... but my luck hasn't exactly been the greatest, so we'll see here. As yeah, I do stay asleep here. Let's see where my opponent goes. It is going to be Heat Wave. At least you can't go for Eruption, but Duraludon takes a lot, as you can see. Oh boy, please don't let dumb stuff happen. Don't let dumb stuff happen, please. I can see multiple ways I think my opponent gets out of this. Grassy Terrain disappears. Don't know how helpful that is. I still think Dragon Pulse should knock out Torkoal, and I am going to go for the max Rockfall. If I stay double asleep here, this game is probably over. Let's see. Goes for after you. Okay. So that means I'm going to... oh, no. That's annoying. And he crit my Tyranitar. Well, at least I wake up. Okay. Get the max rock fall off. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. Because knocking out the Torkoal, bringing out the Sand. Although the game's still not over because I still have to land a Rock Slide into the VILEplume slot. And then there's Sleep Powder. And then there are Sleep Turns. Then I'm going to chip the VILEplume. It'll go down to a Rock Slide. Was this the last turn of my Dynamax? I think it was, right? Yeah. Actually, if I didn't wake up there, I think I just lost. Which would have been really sad. But we can still lose. Comes down to Rock Slide as well as whatever Grassmith his VILEplume has. Well. Everyone, I should never open my mouth. I should never open my mouth. Okay. So I have 2 turns to wake up. And people might be wondering, hey, James, why didn't you go for the max rockfall onto the VILEplume, right? The reason I decided not to max rockfall the VILEplume was because like if the VILEplume went for a grass type attack in my Tyranitar and I stayed asleep with the Tyranitar. No, if I stayed asleep with the Duraludon, I still lost anyway. Because Torkoal knocked out my Duraludon and then like I have to 1v2. If the Torkoal was able to wake up. I mean, if Tyranitar was still asleep. Actually, I had to think about that. I'll think about this more after I click Rock Slide a bunch. But Energy Ball. Doesn't knock out, barely. First defense falls. Alright, let's see. Do I hit the rock slide? Oh my god, Tyranitar was so clutch in the end game. Okay. We end up pulling out a win. I'm not sure if this was really the best played. I'm trying to think about like how to approach the turns carefully. The reason I decided to max Rockfall... Oh, that was my charger. Okay. My charger fell. Nothing super serious fell in the process of recording this video. But basically what I was worried about was my opponent going for VILEplume, going with Energy Ball into my Tyranitar slot. I knock out the VILEplume, but I was worried about the Energy Ball. I was really more worried about Solar Beam putting me in range of where Torkoal just goes for Heat Wave and it knocks out both my Tyranitar that's already super weakened from the Grass type attack and Duraludon staying asleep for another turn. So that was the main reason why I decided to Rockfall the Torkoal, because if I was able to get the Rockfall off into the if I was able to get a Rockfall off into the Torkoal, at least I had my Duraludon alive, unless my opponent went for the After You instead of going for the Grass type move. But that at least means Tyranitar doesn't that means at least my Tyranitar didn't take a very powerful Grass type attack from the VILEplume. So yeah, that was the main reason I decided to go for the max Rockfall into the Torkoal slot instead of the VILEplume slot, because like I felt potentially if there was that After You play, I had to hope at the least point that Heat Wave into the Grass move didn't knock out my Tyranitar. Actually, no, I just had to hope that for no max 3-turn sleep, I think. No matter what. Okay, no, I think I'm just confusing myself. I'm gonna have to look back at it and see how I was thinking about it, but I'm pretty sure like what I want to do is if Tyranitar woke up that turn, I want to knock out the Torkoal before I could knock out my Duraludon, so Duraludon could get the attack off in the VILEplume. Because like if I got the max Rock fall off, I knocked out Torkoal and then I was faster than the VILEplume anyway, because max speed Tyranitar does outspeed max speed VILEplume. So that was the main reason why I wanted to go for that play. And if I could knock out the Torkoal before the Duraludon went down to a fire type attack, I could knock out the VILEplume. That was the main thing. I didn't actually expect After You. But yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. What a doozy of an episode this was. What a thrill ride this was. But if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below. It should support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description. Such as my social media, besides videos on my channel, and all that other good stuff will be listed down below in the description. If you want to try out the team, down below, as well as feel free to leave a like on this video and share it with your friends and leave a comment down below. Be sure to answer the comment question of today, which was which of the areas in Sword and Shield was your favorite to explore. I'm hoping to make a return to Twitch sometime this weekend, because it should be really relaxed during this weekend, because I only will have one more exam and it's not really a tough one either. It's actually a subject I'm really good at, so I don't have to prepare as much. So hopefully we'll get time to stream on this weekend, and definitely when I get back home. Got a lot of content planned, should be excited. But yeah, thank you all for being patient. Thank you to everyone who's also supported me on Twitch and Patreon as well. If you want to go an extra mile to support my content, you can support me off there. Thank you to everyone who has been helping me out, especially throughout these past few weeks. It's been incredible. As well as you can pick up a Torn Ogre shirt or hoodie for 20% off using the code BAEK2BACK until December 14th. Be sure to grab those sweet merchandise, because oh man, they look sick. Can't wait to get mine when I go back home. But otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.